This is the Monday of the last week. We will be adjourning sine die on Saturday at noon. So everything that's going to live or die is going to live or die in the next 6 days. So we still have things moving. We have a lot of things moving. It's actually kind of exciting to have this many bills moving this late. We could get some really good things done this year if we can just provide that last inch of push on some of these legislative efforts. It just comes down to the margins every single time. We're going to start with an update from Public Lands and Wildlife Advocate, Greg Peters. Greg, what's up? How can people help?
Thanks, Ben. Yeah, this week I want to bring some attention to a committee that we encourage all of our members to keep a close eye on in the waning days of the session, Senate Judiciary. We had 3 bills referred to the committee last week, and this committee is currently facing a significant backlog of legislation to review and vote on. They've been meeting for the past 2 weekends, going late into the night to get bills through, and we're expecting more hearings into this week as we approach the finish line. First one to note is a priority bill of ours, HB 51, the Environmental Database Act, that in a nutshell will create a free searchable map-based database of all the state's basic environmental data so that agencies, industry, and the public can more easily see what's going on in the state and hopefully make better land use decisions because of it. Second is HB 200, the Gila Cap successor Water Trust Designee Bill, Water Trust Board Bill. This is also a priority bill of ours. This does 2 things. It designates the Water Trust Board as the successor to the Southwest New Mexico Water Study Group, which advises the ISC on how the New Mexico Unit Fund is allocated to water projects in Southwest New Mexico. And it prohibits expenditure of those unit funds to evaluate, plan, or construct any kind of Gila River diversion. And the third is a more under the radar bill. It's HB 265, the Natural Resources and Land Protection Act. Which is a very straightforward technical fixed bill that takes 2 outdated programs, the Natural Lands Protection Act and the Natural Heritage Conservation Act, and updates and modernizes them to make them more functional and ready for funding in the future. Updating these 2 sister programs would ensure that New Mexico has the ability to expand public access, create new parks and open spaces, bolster rural outdoor economies, and restore our lands, water, wildlife, and working lands. Also importantly, they can be used to cover non-federal matches for federal conservation programs, including the Land and Water Conservation Fund, and allow the state to better leverage federal funding for projects in the future. So with the finish line in sight, we're encouraging all of our members and supporters of these bills to not hold back. Reach out to Senate Judiciary Committee members and voice their positions succinctly and respectfully. Remembering, as Ben mentioned, every vote counts right now, and legislators are feeling the pressure. So make sure to make your voice heard. So that's it for Senate Judiciary. Remember to keep an eye on that committee. Go to the New Mexico Legislature website and check out the webcast and what's happening to have an up-to-date sense of what's going on. Now, Sammy, over to you.
Thanks, Greg. We had a very, very productive and very exciting weekend with a lot of our priority bills moving forward. First, we have House Bill 206, which is the Utility Affordability and Relief Act. And this bill just provides utility debt arrears and forgiveness for New Mexicans who were hit hardest by the COVID pandemic. This bill made it out of Senate Tax, Business, and Transportation, and we are on to our next committee, which is Senate Finance. But this is where we really need your help. Please contact your Senate Finance Committee members to get this bill scheduled as soon as possible and urge these senators to vote yes. We need to get this bill onto the Senate floor and then finally onto the governor's desk. Next, we had Senate Bill 84, which is, of course, community solar. This was heard this weekend on Sunday in House State Government, and it passed, which is very exciting, the vote of 6-3. And this was the same story for our other bill, Senate Bill 112, which is the Sustainability Economy Task Force. This bill creates an advisory council to continue with the just and sustainable shift away from natural resource extraction and towards renewable energy. This was also heard on Sunday in House State Government right after community solar, also had a vote of 6-3. So I think we noticed a pattern. All the votes were party line votes, with only the Republicans voting no on these 2 bills. So again, this is where we really need your help with getting yes votes on the floor. So please, when you have your time, please call your representative and urge them to support Senate Bill 84 and Senate Bill 112 so we can get these bills through finally onto the governor's desk and we can continue on with our movement towards a zero carbon economy. And back to you, Ben.
By the time you're seeing this video, we will hopefully be out of state government. So folks, please go ahead and contact your New Mexico State House of Representatives for the floor votes for community solar for Senate Bill 112. We're so close to getting this stuff across the line. 1 week to go. The legislators are going to start pulling extremely long hours. Everything gets simultaneously very complicated, but also very simple. They just need to know how you feel. How are they going to represent their constituents? It's hard to go through a 20-page bill when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're on the floor wishing you were somewhere else. Make sure your representatives know how you want them to vote. That's the last update we've got for you. Thank you so much for staying tuned in the 2021 legislative session. We will be in touch.